Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? How y'all doing? So this is Thursday. I was gonna try to do a live today, but instead I got asked to put some color in my daughter's hair. So we're gonna try to color her hair today. Um, she wants to try a new color, which is red. This little girl right here just always she asks for stuff and then she don't end up liking it. So just like the wig that we waste money on and everything else. So we're gonna see about this color, see how it turns out. And I'm going to be recording as I am dyeing her hair. I can't find the dye brush or whatever. And so I can't sit up here and use that. So I'm gonna just have to use my hand and just go through it or whatever. We're just gonna see how it turns out. Anyway, so we're just gonna do that. It's gonna be messy. I did bring an extra set of gloves. So we about to get started. So here we go, here we go. When you a parent, you just become everything. A hairdresser, everything. Scoot up just a little bit for me. Alright. So the color we are using today, she wants to try this magenta and she wants to try this red. She done tore the boxes up, so I'm sorry. So we mixed them together. She's trying to get like a burgundy out of all of it. So we're gonna see how it turns out. Let me put you back. Gotta make sure you get me just a little bit. Let me scoot back some. Okay. No, why would you want to put that on so you can mess them up? So here's the color she's so worried about.
It's not gonna turn out the color I like I already tell.
You speaking negative things into your head. And don't forget it gets to turn. Now you know the back is gonna turn quicker, so we're gonna start from the front. Okay, so this is the color. When that girl put it in her hair, it was red. Did you forget that part? So I'm just letting y'all know we're gonna argue the whole time because this little girl just always on one. Take my watch off. Rihanna, say hi to the people. Look at the camera and say hi. Really? Is that how you're gonna act?
Where's it to?
So the first step you have to do, the stuff you gotta put. The first step you gotta do is instead of Vaseline, you put this stuff in your hair, sweetheart. First step you gotta do, you gotta put to coat her hair so the dye won't be getting everywhere. So I'm going to start from the front of her hair. Where them clips go? Don't tell me I don't left the clips too. Oh goodness. I'm gonna start from the front of her hair and then I will go to the back. So get the comb.
Banana split, pumpkin pie, red velvet cake.
I am going to part her hair in 4 sections. That's way easier for me to do. She had her hair in a ponytail, so it's a little extra because she keeps her hair in a ponytail. Where the clips go? You seen the clips?
Oh, I see the clips.
Okay, while I'm sitting here, I'm going to run upstairs. I forgot the clips, so I'm gonna run upstairs and grab some clips. So give me a second. Make sure my elbow ain't ashy. My elbow look a little ashy. Excuse my elbow, y'all.
Just get the hairnet thing.
I learned from my husband's foot that I can explain his direction, so. Turn away where? Then I heard. What happened? That my foot. What do you mean I got your foot? Stop lying! That my foot. Stop. Oh my God! POV of a content creator because I know you have a whole car on your foot, but I need to. This is gonna make for a good video. Alright, I got it. Let me get the car out now. No, because there's this time that you like don't show nobody's my foot, but what he tells me next, I cannot believe that he literally felt nothing.
Okay, I'm back. I know she didn't talk to ya. So, I got her hair parted in 4 sections. What happened to this back one? Where'd the comb go now? So it's parted in 4 sections. I'm gonna put the back part up and I'm gonna start it later because she has dyed it before, so you see the brown in there. And with the color being in there, it's going to turn real quick. So we're gonna start from the front and then we'll do the back. Look on the box and see how long does it say, leave the coloring for.
Just like a bunch of words.
This is directions.
You can even see it. Good thing I'm not ear itching.
$30 minutes. Okay, well you need to start your timer now, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on and start because we're about to start. You ready? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm gonna excuse the spoon. I'm going to get around the hair first. This is how I do my dye. And just let me work. Magic. I really wish I had the brush, but I have no idea where it went to.
You should do like voiceovers.
I wish I would have known, so that way I could have at least bought another one today. And the goal is to try to get the dye over the whole hair because she wants her whole head dyed. Try to go as fast as possible. Let's hope her color come out the way she wanted. Cause I would hate to have to fight her today. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get the ends when I'm done with this side. That way I can go on and get through this part first. And then I'll go back and do it. Put your head back just a little bit so I can see. Okay, this side is done. Moving to the other side.
Hello?
Hey, can you open the front door for me?
Okay.
Thank you.
I got stuff in my hand. Hurry up. Hurry, come on.
Your friends are doing stuff.
My bad. I knew I was doing something. You're funny,
Wish I am here. Okay.
What? You thought we were going through a breakup or something? What's the red?
Yeah. Is that what it's supposed? Is that what it means?
Yeah, when women go red, they're on a life journey now.
Yeah.
What you doing, Ray? Why you on red?
Where did the key today?
It's cute. It's gonna be real cute when it washes around. That's cute.
She told me that earlier. I was like,
What's
what?
up, lean on the chair?
She went in.
She told me that earlier. She was like, they say when you do it red, you going. I was like, well, I dye my hair red all the time. That ain't the reason why.
What? I told you.
I'm going through like a breakup or something like that.
Who told you that, Ruby?
A heartbreak.
Yeah, she was telling me that earlier.
You going through a heartbreak, Ruby? I told you, Mama. See, I told you that's a thing.
We talking about bipolar over here.
You're the bipolar, right?
Yeah, who broke your heart this time?
Nobody.
What's up, bus stop? How's it feel? Using your own words on
Bus stop.
you. And she called me bus stop when we used to live in Farley Drive.
Why?
I don't know. She called me a hoe.
What was bus stop for?
She said, okay. She said, whatever bus stop. Me, her, and Kamara was talking one time. She just said, bus stop. I said, what's that? What's that supposed to mean?
Okay. What is that?
So who broke your heart? You going through it? You okay?
Yeah.
It's okay, stink butt. It'll be alright. I ain't dying out here no more. I'm so tired of it. I'm ready to cut it off.
Oh.
That's where I'm at with the stage, you know.
Mhm.
When women cut their raw, they're going through it too. But no, I'm at the stage. I'm just ready to cut it
Just
off.
cut it off and start over.
And have a mental breakdown.
Mhm.
No, I'm saying.
Cut it off and start over. Some people do
Cut it
that too.
all off. Have my Eminem phase. Now we're here. Alright, come back even harder. I'm like, oh, my name is Eminem. Oh, like Eminem.
Let's see.
Alright.
Okay.
Sure, it's not friends are cheating.
Mhm. You got your glove on?
Friends are cheating. No.
Here, grab your gloves and hold this.
You put it on?
No, just hold the comb so you won't have to get it on you. So that was my son talking. If y'all didn't know, that's my Jay. So we got 2 down. Now we about to get to the back, which we gotta have to hurry up. So that way,
Burns a little.
yeah, it's gonna burn. You heard the girl say it's gonna burn.
I mean, just a little. It ain't like.
Well, that's
oh.
because you was combing through your hair though. You gotta realize that. Trying to get that stuff out. So we are going to, here, let me see the comb. So we are going to the back part. I'm getting started back here. Trying to hurry.
It was cold. See that?
I'm too busy.
You think it would be like heat damage if I use that thing that it straightens it out? Not straightens it out all the way. But
Well,
like,
after it gets done and stuff, you blow dry or whatever, you can use it then. But you can't like continue to use it.
I think that's my biggest fear, to get heat damage, so I had to cut my hair off.
It happens.
If I had like a good hair texture where it get wet, then I could just like let it air dry and then it goes back to normal. Then I would never put heat on my hair. But since I got nappy hair,
You do not have nappy hair, baby.
yeah, I do.
Nothing. She talking about she got nappy hair. Look at that texture.
Horrible. I don't even got no curl pattern.
She do got a curl pattern. It just ain't where she wanted it to be. And everybody else loves her hair.
This is about me.
We're gonna have to put the other color in there.
Who?
We are, cause we almost.
Take your time, then.
We're gonna be scraping. Sure, the back is turning already. Here, let me see the comb again. Hand me that comb. All right, I got it. Never mind. We are 21 minutes in the video. Probably we should have put all that in there. This ain't gonna last me. You hear me?
Mhm.
I need you to mix some more in there. Just a little bit, so we can have enough.
You see?
No, it's in the... Yeah.
Not in the box.
There it goes.
Where you put it at?
All the stuff disappearing. So we are almost out. We're gonna put just a little bit more in there, so that way we can find it. Where the heck it go? Is it underneath the glove?
You better use take this part.
Oh, here we go. And put a little bit of developer in there. So we're almost done with this. We're just gonna add a little bit more. Don't squeeze it so hard where it could pop out.
That's good.
Start from the bottom. So just a little bit more, because we almost done. We just couldn't finish her hair. She didn't want to add all the color. Like, that should be good, babe. Just a little bit, a little bit. Okay, and then mix it around.
Get the side and the other sides. Everybody gonna be like, you got new hair color? Yes, I'm gonna start being cheating and stuff. Hey, don't be whispering nothing now. That's good.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're done pretty much. I'm about to put the cap on her head and let this soak in a little bit. It feels hot too. I'm not gonna touch my phone. I wanted to show y'all. Bend your head over sideways. Not like this. Yeah. So the color's all in there. We're gonna let it sit. Okay. We're gonna let it sit in here. We're gonna set the timer for like another 30 minutes. Stop the timer. We're gonna reset it. We're gonna set it for like another 30 minutes. See what it does. Let me take these clothes off. You said it?
Mm-hmm.
Did they send underneath the dryer, or she just left it like that?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna just leave it in her hair for 30 more minutes. It'll probably come out sooner. See how it looks if the dye is actually taken, which we're getting it all on her arm.
It's already all on my fingers too.
And then we're gonna see how it looks after we're done with this project. Yeah, she wanted to go red like her mama, you know. I got both colors. My daughter did mine, my other daughter, but she put red and blonde. And it looks like I probably retwist the front, but other than that, I'm not retwisting the rest of my hair. And just probably restyle it again. I just want a different style. Did she still do it here?
No. I never really liked it.
I think people just got tired of it. I mean, you know, they don't glue them up so big. You might as well go and wash this little bit of dishes while you're waiting.
Who?
You already got this little bit of stuff right here. I washed the one earlier.
Okay, got it. It's out. I get asked numerous times what color is my hair, which brand do I use, and did I bleach it? And the answer is no. My bad, y'all. Let me be super slow. Y'all, my hair color is not bad. Does it end up turning into like a brownish color? Does it bleed? Yes. Just follow me so I can show y'all what I got. Okay, y'all, we made it to Hair Depot, and this hair store is so freaking huge. Like, I felt like my confused ass boyfriend every time I went into the hair store. But this is the brand I use, guys. High color magenta high color, and I also go in with the.
Let me see. Let me see.
Don't get on my comments talking about why you use such a high volume. You can use 30, but I don't think it's high. Yeah, y'all, then you will need to mix some brown and then also a brush. I already have this in my phone, so I didn't get to it. And here I go. dog. I do not have a period. Okay, but back to business, y'all. I forgot that I needed some gloves, so I had to go back to where the Mexico's were and get me some. And they were so expensive. Like, why is it $12.99 for a pack of 30? A pack of 30, that should be like $6. But hey, I guess. But that's everything I use. Vaseline is an option because I guess it's stains your forehead, but I personally don't use it. Let me know what else type of content y'all want to see. I've been trying new hairstyles for the curly, so any hairstyles y'all want me to try or just content ideas in general. We have 16.3K right now.
Okay. So as we are waiting on her, we're going to go and have a little conversation. I do want to talk a little bit while we're waiting. Make sure you let me know the time, okay? So while we are waiting, I did write some stuff down to talk about. So I'm gonna just try to go through it real quick while we're waiting, so that way you won't be bored while I'm sitting here doing her hair. So let me get my other paper. The topics that I just want to talk about a little bit. I'm not gonna keep you long, not at all. So might as well gonna have the conversation about it, right? Because I'm not sure when I will be able to go on there and just talk about some stuff. So I'm just gonna post this video today, which I wish it was alive. So let's see. So first and foremost, I got my glasses in here. Let me get my glasses first, because I can't see nothing. So first and foremost, I just want to say happy Thursday. I hope everybody had a great day today. My day was okay. Yesterday, I was in pain, like really bad, really bad. I went to Bible study, and I'm sitting in Bible study. Stomach was just in pain really bad, and I felt like I was having contractions. I mean, it was just like coming and going. So I got home, and it was hurting like really bad. I mean, it was very painful. I really wanted to cry. I really wanted to do something. I was not able. No, I didn't have to use the bathroom. I don't know, like, what was what. I used it before I left, but I don't know. It was scary. And I was really scared to drink. I was really scared to do anything. I was really scared to take medicine. I just laid in the bed and I went to sleep. My go-to is when I'm in pain like that, go sleep. So I did wake up like 5 this morning. The pain was gone. It was just hurting. The pain was gone. It wasn't really painful, but you felt like little aches and stuff here and there. So today I've been doing okay. I did eat a little bit. I'm just trying to make sure that my food will be okay today. I don't know what it was. I don't even know what made me feel that way, but it was like, I literally felt like it was labor pains, but nothing was coming out because my tube's been tied. Anyway, so to get started, let me just make this a little bit quick. How many minutes we got?
About 11.
Okay, so we got 11 minutes, I guess.
22. That's the old timer.
Okay, 22 minutes. So we're going to go on and get through this real quick. It's going to. Okay, so first I want to sit there and talk about Angie Stone. I want to talk about her. I was looking at a video that I came across, and it's just like an updated video. I know I've talked about her on my live before, and you know, still rest in peace and condolences to her family. May her memories continue to last on. She was a wonderful person. I love her music. So it was a young lady. I still didn't get her name. I've been trying to find her name. I'm not sure if she just didn't want it to be known what her name was, but it was a young lady. She said that she was traveling on the same highway that same day. Her and her daughter, they were on the highway 4 a.m. in the morning. They were on their way to South Carolina. she came across, she was trying to say that Angie did not pass away in the Sprinter van. She was on the side of the road. Allegedly. So I'm gonna just say that. I'm not putting words in nobody's mouth, but this is what was allegedly that she was saying on the video. She said she came up on a truck with the hazardous on and seen an overturned vehicle. The woman pulled over. The young woman pulled over. She turned her flashes on. She pulled up far enough to like get out the way so everybody won't see her. She turned her flashes on and told her daughter to stay in the car. She ran over to the Sprinter van to help and asked people in the van, have they already called the police? They said not yet and was trying to get out of the van first. They were trying to help this woman get off the side of the van. So the woman that pulled over, she extended her hand to help her down. Allegedly, Angie was disoriented and was wobbling all around. The woman advised her to sit down because she didn't look well. The woman, the next thing the woman said she knew was she went flying, and she explained that she didn't get ran over by nothing, but it was just like a big brush that ran over her, and it made her like fall down. And she was like, it was a big brush. She said she got up, she heard screaming, she just hearing, because she's trying to get back focused. So she said once she got focused, she heard her daughter screaming, and she ran over to her daughter and told her to get back in the car and to move the car up a little bit further to avoid them getting hit. Because she was like on the same side basically, but she was just like, go up a little bit further, because she didn't want them to get hit. She was like, when she told her to, calm down, she ended up calling 911 herself, and she talked to her husband and her son on the phone as well, because her daughter called her father, and and she was just trying to get the situation calmed down. So once she got her calmed down, she went back over there. She said the semi that blew by her went across the median into oncoming traffic, and I'm guessing they're saying the semi actually unalived her. That's what it seems like to me. I'm not sure on that, but she was just basically saying she had videos, but she was not going to show the video because of a person that was unalive. So she didn't want to do that, but she said she got videos, and on the video she did have marks on her head from her being brushed over and fell down. So I just want to say, they always trying to cover up stories, and it's just like, be honest about what happened. We all really don't know. It's still, God rest her soul. She was a lovely woman. She did believe in God. So I just pray for the family. I really do. And then I want to talk about, just give an update on the woman. I talked about this too. So these are just updates. I think I probably talked about this all at the same time. So the update on the woman who, her and her daughter and the son who was getting in a fight with a child. This was on the east side, Warren Township. She got on a bus and they fought the 8th grader. And I know that she was charged before. So she was charged before, and so they finally said her name, Latifah Hintz, 36-year-old mom, and the 2 teenagers' kids. So the update is the mother has been charged, and the 17-year-old and the son, I think they have charges as well, but they didn't really say what their charges was. So Allegedly, what happened was her son and the 8th grader were fighting before. The mother thought it was basically a bullying situation. So, because her son had like a busted lip, and I think something was like fractured on his nose, maybe. So she thought it was a bullying situation, but it comes to find out that her son, um, he was making, as they say, racist comments, jokes, because about immigrants and customs enforcement, which is immigration and customs enforcement, which is known as ICE, because the 14-year-old is half Mexican. So he was making comments, he was making jokes, talking about ICE, I guess, coming to get his family, his father, whoever it was. And it ended up being a fight. So when they did get on the bus, they started like fighting the teenager, and they all jumped in and they were beating on the teenager. So the mother, she also did it too, and she didn't care that the bus driver told her she couldn't get on the bus. She got on there anyway. And so now she is basically being charged behind this. It's not time yet. So she's been charged with a misdemeanor, battery, disorderly conduct, intimidation, and trespassing. And she's also supposed to stay away from the bus stop area. The 17-year-old daughter and the 13-year-old son were facing possible criminal charges. They didn't, in relation to the fight as well, but it didn't really say what charges they had. So this goes back to, how far would you go for your children? I know we talked about this before, and sometimes it comes with a situation where, I know we all want to believe our child. We do. We all want to have our children back. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what we're supposed to do as a parent. But as an adult, you make sure you find out everything that is going on. You don't sit up there and just beat people up and then ask questions later. This is why the world is halfway. Anyway. So, as an adult, you ask and find out everything. So even if you did decide you're going to sit up there and attack this young man, you ask him, hey, what's going on? Like, do we need to have a sit down? Do we need to talk about this? Whatever, and let him explain his side of the story. Because, of course, if the child comes home and they got this, they're not going to tell you like, oh, well, I did say this, or this did happen, to escalate a fight. So, and the little boy probably was mad behind it. So he, started fighting them or whatever. But because it's not funny any type of way when, I don't care who it is, just like if it's a black person and they father getting locked up, ain't nobody gonna like that. And then they teasing you because your father getting locked up. Nobody's gonna like that. So it works the same way. So as an adult, you find out what's going on before you sit there and start attacking people. Yes, it's your child, but you always got to find out what's going on, because we want to believe our kids, but they lie. Kids do lie. And if y'all say they don't, something wrong with y'all. Anyway, so back to what I was saying, and that goes even like for my daughter. I know when I talked about that topic, it actually came back to me and hit me in the face, and it was like, hey, my daughter, she was into it with some people for some reason, and she wanted me to take her over so she could fight. I'm not taking you so you could fight. Like, what kind of stuff is that? I'm not taking you nowhere so you can get in a fight with somebody. No, I'm not. We are going to go do what we got to do. I'm not getting involved with that. Now, if it happens on your terms somewhere else, then you go on and handle your business. But I'm not going to condone. I'm not being in none of that. None of it. I don't want no parts to do with that. Now, if you somewhere else and then you getting jumped by some older people, then yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem. But other than that, I'm not going to be in that. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about that. my next topic I want to really sit up here and talk about real quick. So, the west side of Indianapolis, which is really, really, really sad. The west side of Indianapolis, Friendship Missionary Baptist Church, was vandalized in broad daylight with graffiti. It had words of the devil, like of the Lord. It had die, die, die on the entryway, on the concrete of the entryway. It was like just a whole bunch of devil sayings and talking about Satan. I mean, when I say they tore up the whole building, and I'm like, but didn't nobody see this? Like, what's going on? This is broad daylight. And then they also did the church van as well. So it was like a lot that's on there, and I'm very saddened behind this. And to even see any type of somebody vandalize anything, especially if it's not your property. People work hard for their stuff. If it's not your property, don't touch it. It's just like, don't nobody care. Nowadays, don't nobody care about any of that. And it's sad, and you can see each and every day. And they probably have done this in, back in the past. You hear like a few stories, but when it hits your own hometown, that's sad. And it's also a church that I used to go to, and I know Reverend Covington very well. And I'm just sorry that this has happened to him and his church. We done had funerals at that church. We done had, what else we did? We did several funerals there. Like I said, I used to go to church there, and just for somebody just to come and do this is mind-blowing to me. It's like they have no reverence or fear for the Lord anymore. It's just like it's nothing. Nobody reference God. And it's like, oh, we believing in something that's not true. They just don't care. And it was like no respect. And I'm just sorry for the reverend and the members of the church, because I know that scriptures, the scripture always say, cast not your treasures here on earth. You cast them up in heaven, but it's still a place that you took time and you built, and this is a place to go worship the Lord. And just to feel violated by somebody doing something like that is just horrible. That's just like if someone broke into your house, you feel a violation, and people don't care. They don't have no type of reverence, and it's like, what's next? It's just like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. This is crazy news. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about, like I said, I'm sorry. I know that they're getting it together, and I hope they find the person that did this. I'm hoping they had cameras to get the person that actually sit there and do just destroy this, because they need to be locked up behind this. And I know they call it Howville. Over there, they also wrote graffiti on other buildings and stuff. But I've never seen them do that. But this is the first time where they're really destroying the church. And we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but the spirits of high places. I ain't saying that scripture right. I just read it today, though. Sorry. But y'all know what I mean. Anyway, so the USPS worker, it was a USPS worker who was convicted of stealing $1.6 million in checks, in U.S. Treasury checks and like personal checks. He was spending the money on luxury hotels, gentlemen clubs, living a lavish lifestyle, as Fox News call it, which included international travel, stays at luxury hotels, and purchases, like I said, at the gentlemen's club. A federal prosecutor, I cannot say this man's name, so I'm not even going to try. He was 44 of Washington, D.C. He was found guilty by a federal jury last week on charges of mail theft and bank fraud. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office of the District of Columbia, according to court documents, he was an employee from 2020 to March of 2023. U.S. Treasury checks and private party checks from U.S. Mail. The DOJ started that name. The DOJ stated that. The DOJ stated that. I'm sorry, I was writing fast. And then deposited the checks, which was either altered or falsely endorsed into bank accounts under his control. So that's what they were saying. Like I guess he had multiple bank accounts where he was putting the money at, not sure. So all this money was missing, $1.6 million of people's U.S. Treasury checks that they got from the IRS and personal checks. So he finally got caught behind it. They were trying to say that, he was taking it, he was doing all this stuff. But my thing is, if you taking people checks, like, was the bank working with you? Because how could you alter a check and put your name on it if you're getting so many of these checks? Something should have been, like a light bulb or something should have went off a long time ago. Either from the banks or whatever, like, hold on now, this is another check. You don't get that many U.S. Treasury checks from the IRS. Not at all. So I just felt like that was wild. So make sure if y'all not getting your money, y'all stay on top of it. Because with the USPS people, United Postal people, United States Postal Service people, I'm not sure what's going on. I mean, they all not really doing their job like they're supposed to. I mean, they put my mail in somebody else's box, which went back, and then it messed up my bank information because they were like, oh, they said you didn't live there. So you just got to be careful. So I had to do all this stuff to prove that I still lived here. And I know some things happen by mistake, but sometimes you do it a little bit too much, because I'm always getting somebody else's mail every day. And I keep telling them this person don't live here. And nothing changed. Nothing's happening. So anyway, so I wanted to talk about them things. And then my last topic, this is what I wanted to talk about, DoorDash. DoorDash, be careful of the food that you get from DoorDash. Now, I do DoorDash when it's like a part-time. When I want to do something, when I'm bored and I'm just sitting at home, I'm like, oh, let me DoorDash. Christmas time, I was doing it to get extra cash. So anytime I want extra cash in my pocket, I go DoorDash. And I don't mind it. I like doing it. Sometimes I hate that I have to go far out, but I take my job serious just like I take any of my other jobs serious. I don't play around with it. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to go get your food. I'm going to make sure I bring it to you the way it should be. I don't do anything else. So what happened was, a general manager at Jersey Mike's she was cleaning the tables, and she was about to redo her schedule for the week. So what happened was that she started doing, she seen the DoorDash guy come get the food. He gets the food, and then he goes in the bathroom with the food. She tries to stop him and tell him, like, hey, no, you can't do that. If you gotta go to the restroom, to just go use the restroom, but don't take the food. He took the food in there anyway. So what she did was she called DoorDash. She called DoorDash to explain what the Dasher did, and to try to get them to notify the customer so they could let the customer know. DoorDash, customer service is just like you call something else and you having a hard time dealing with the people. So DoorDash was like, they will let the customer know. She didn't have the number to call the customer, but they was like, well, we'll just wait until she get the order or till they get the order, and then if they call and say something, and she was like, and they were like, well, are you willing to remake it? And she was like, yeah, I'll remake it because that's unsanitary. And I'm not sure if they were able to get to the customer, if they let the customer know. Me speaking, I don't think that DoorDash did, but who knows. But yeah, so who knows. But yeah, so it's kind of crazy, you know. So be careful who is getting your order. I could just imagine who that was, because you know everybody is not sanitary. You know, you got a lot of them that ain't. Yes, they do come with the food already sealed. I don't care if it was sealed or not. If you gotta use the restroom, you go use that restroom and wash your hands before you pick up the customer food. Sometimes you do have to sit up there and be like, oh, I gotta use it. So you make sure you do that. You make sure you wash your hands, and then you get the customer food. You don't take the food in the bathroom. I don't care if it's sealed or not. That's not sanitary, and I would have been pissed off. Not to say that lightly, but I would have been very upset. So you just got to be careful. You never know what it is, what happens. You never know. So be careful when you get your food. And me as a DoorDasher, I like DoorDashing, and I will make sure I treat your stuff with the utmost respect. And I would do whatever it takes, you know, just to make sure that you get your food and that it's right. I'm not going to do all that extra. Even if I have to get you a straw, I'll stick it in the slot so that way I won't be touching, or I won't forget your straw. I don't play around with people's food, because I wouldn't want nobody playing around with my food, and I wouldn't do nothing like that to their food. So be careful when you order DoorDash. That's all I wanted to sit up here and say, because you never know what you're going to get. And I know it's just like you saying if you go into a restaurant and you don't know how they're treating your food. So it is. You just stay prayed up, but you just never know. And that was very unsanitary. And I'm not sure if they said anything to the person, because it's a business, and I don't really think that they care. But more power to them. So that's all the news I have for y'all. Like I said, I knew I wasn't going to be on Saturday because I do have something to do. I do have something to do. So, let me see. Now I think Rihanna hair is ready. Rihanna, is your hair ready? What time is it? Come on, let's check it. She trying to have it red for real, ain't she? So we're going to check her hair. We're going to finish this up so y'all can at least see this color. I got my nudes out the way. I hope y'all like it. I hope y'all having a good Thursday. It's getting late. And you can tell I'm feeling better, because yesterday, oh my goodness, I was just really, really, really horrible. I had a good time at Bible study, though. It was a great Bible study. Come on. I'm just trying to get through this with her hair. So I can't wait till it warm up. My lips is just like super duper dry with this weather. It's just very chappy. Ugh, I can't stand it. Okay. Here, sit down so we can look at it. So we're gonna look at her hair, see what it's doing.
I don't think it's changing.
She don't think it's changing. How many more minutes do we have left?
But we done.
So what was you doing there?
And we just ended like 2 minutes ago.
Are you looking?
I mean, I can't see.
You don't think that changed?
Jakari was like, we should have bleached it.
We didn't have to, sweetie.
Shall we leave it on a little more?
No, we about to ready to take it out. Ain't you ready to take it out?
It don't matter to me. It's not burning no more.
Yeah, we can't leave it in forever. You want your hair to fall out?
No.
Okay. So we're gonna go on and get this washed out. I'll take y'all with me. And we're gonna see how this turned out. So it's just a test and trial. Hopefully it turned out the way it should. Hopefully it turned out the way it should. Yeah, it's just a test and trial.
No. This is the trial. What she was playing like this? I got a gym shirt and the gym shorts now. So all they can see. You got your case off. That case ain't gonna listen.
Come on. Is that feel okay?
Yes. You took your teeth?
It looks like it has. We about to get test it out and see. Come on, put your head in the water. How that feel?
Cold. It's gonna bleed. That's how you rinse this for forever.
This is permanent, not a rinse.
Is it seeing?
It looks like it did.
It looks like it. That's not help.
Here, move this back. No, this. So we won't get in the way. I'm sitting here washing her hair out right now. So she can actually try to see this color. So she's so worried. So worried. It's burning my fingers. I know the back did. I'm praying at the front yet. Okay, we're gonna see what the color look like first, then I'm gonna shampoo it. So, here, right there, so we can see.
It's alright.
You gonna look? Let's get to some better light. And I'm gonna show y'all the color, then we are out of here. Cause we done took up a whole hour of y'all time anyway. Here, come here. Don't do too much cause I'm not done. I gotta wash it. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is red.
It looks weird. Like
It's burgundy like she wanted it.
Fried and dyed. It looks weird.
No, it's burgundy like she wanted it. She didn't know what color she wanted it.
Yes, I did.
So it is dyed. She was worried about it. It is dyed. We're gonna finish washing it out, and she came to the red side now. Welcome to the red club. So we're going to see how this go. So anyway, it's getting late. Talk to you later. Happy Thursday. Have a good night. See ya.